Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be your professor for this course. I'm Dr. Rynell Martis, and today we'll delve into the most modern trends in emergency management as per FEMA guidelines. Let's start with the importance of community engagement in disaster preparedness and response. Engaging with diverse stakeholders fosters a resilient community capable of handling emergencies effectively. In the current era, technology plays a pivotal role in disaster management. Leveraging real-time data, social media, and geographic information enables us to monitor and respond to disasters promptly. Resilience building is a key aspect of modern emergency management. By promoting adaptive infrastructure and empowering communities, we can reduce vulnerabilities and enhance overall preparedness. Moreover, we're witnessing a shift towards an all hazards approach, which we've been getting to, but we haven't completely gotten there yet. Preparing for multiple scenarios ensures that our response strategies are comprehensive and adaptable to different types of emergencies. Now that we have provided an overview of these modern trends, let's explore each in more detail. Community engagement. So community engagement, we look at collaborating with local governments, organizations, and citizens to foster a culture of preparedness. Understanding the community's unique needs and involving them in response during a crisis ensures the most effective response. So, technology integration. Advancements in technology have revolutionized emergency management. Real-time data analysis helps identify emerging threats, with social media allows for timely dissemination of information and public communication during emergencies. So, resilience building resilient communities involves strategies, critical infrastructure, fostering a social cohesion, and promoting individual preparedness. Resilient communities can better withstand and recover from disasters. So, an all hazards approach, as we spoke to earlier, rather than focusing on specific types of disasters, the all hazards approach prepares us to handle any type of emergency. This comprehensive strategy allows us to remain flexible and efficient in response and recovery efforts. So, as an emergency management professional, it's essential to stay updated on these trends and incorporate them into your strategies. Something that we'll delve into, later on in the course, strategic leadership and emergency management. But by doing so, we can create a safer and more resilient communities. Now let's move onto a practical example and case study to deepen our understanding of these concepts. And remember, our ultimate goal is to ensure the safety and well-being of those we serve. Thank you for your attention, and let's proceed to the rest of the session. Thank you for your engagement in this session. Now let's delve deeper into each modern trend in emergency management to understand their practical applications. Community engagement. So, community engagement, we look at effective community engagement involving the building of strong relationships with diverse stakeholders, including local governments, NGOs, community groups, and businesses. These partnerships facilitate the exchange of information, resources, and the expertise. Conducting town hall meetings, workshops, and exercises encourage public participation and ensures that emergency plans are community-driven. A key point here, community-driven at the local level, and culturally sensitive. Also a key point here. By actively involving the public, we create a sense of ownership and responsibility for disaster preparedness, leading to more resilient society. So let's look at technology integration as we look further into this. Today, technology offers a wide array of tools to enhance emergency management. Utilizing geographic information systems, GIS, allows us to visualize and analyze and map data related to hazards, infrastructure, and population distribution. Social media platforms serve as invaluable communication channels when properly used during emergencies, enabling us to share crucial information with the public, address concerns, and dispel any rumors that are out there. Remember that clear and concise communication is significant. Furthermore, the advanced sensors and early warning systems provide timely alerts, giving people more time to prepare for imminent threats. So when we look at that, let's look at resilience building as well. So building resilience is an ongoing process that involves various strategies. It starts with conducting vulnerability assessments to identify areas prone to specific hazards. By integrating these findings into land use planning and infrastructure development, we can minimize risks, mitigate as best possible. Empowering communities with information, training, and resources fosters a self-resilience and reduces their dependence on external assistance during emergencies. Additionally, promoting mental health support and social cohesion creates a strong support network for individuals affected by disasters. All hazards approach, we look at, the all hazard approach acknowledges that emergencies can come in various forms, such as natural disasters, technological accidents, biological outbreaks, or even terrorist attacks. Rather than maintain separate plans for each scenario, an integrated approach allows emergency managers to be more flexible and adaptive by focusing on common principles like incident command systems, resource management, communication protocols, where we can effectively respond to a wide range of emergencies. So, in conclusion for this section, understanding the implementing of these modern trends in emergency management can make a significant difference in our ability to safeguard lives and property during crisis. As a proposed female instructor, it's crucial that I stay updated with the latest developments in the field of emergency management and share this knowledge with our teams and communities that I engage with. By working together, embracing innovation, we can build a safer and more resilient future. So, in this section, I just want to say thank you for your active participation. If you have any questions or need further clarification on any topics covered in our course today, feel free to ask. Or just reach out to me. I'm always here to help students and help individuals understand emergency management to the best of my ability. So let's continue to learn and improve together to better serve those in need during emergencies. So in this section, we'll look at elaborating further on each of the modern trends in emergency management, as we want to make sure that everyone's current. So we look at community engagement, so let's delve into that a little bit more. Community engagement is a cornerstone of effective emergency management. It involves building strong relationships with all segments of the community, including residents, businesses, schools, faith-based organizations, and special populations. The goal is to involve them in the decision-making process, making them active partners in disaster preparedness and response efforts. One way to promote community engagement is through regular meetings and forums where local emergency management officials interact with residents. These events provide an opportunity to share information about potential hazards, emergency plans, and evacuation routes. Something that we always need to remain current because things change, and oftentimes plans don't survive first contact. So it allows officials to gather critical feedback from the public and address concerns when we're in those small group forums, if you will. Another important aspect of community engagement is conducting outreach in diverse languages and cultural contexts to ensure that all residents essentially have access to vital information. We want to make sure that information is provided to the public so they have clear understanding as to what's occurring, to dispel any type of rumors again, and to keep calm to make sure that everyone is moving in the right direction. Additionally, leveraging community leaders and influencers can help disseminate emergency messages effectively, and especially in underserved and marginalized areas. So let's look at it from technological innovation and integration. Advancements in technology have revolutionized emergency management practices. Geographic information just play a crucial role in visualizing and analyzing data related to hazards, infrastructure, and vulnerable populations, as we spoke to. GIS enables emergency managers to make informed decisions and allocate resources effectively based on spatial analysis. Social media platforms again have emerged, as a powerful communication tool during emergencies. Officials use social media accounts managed by emergency management agencies that can provide real-time updates, safety instructions, and warnings to public. Essentially, moreover, crowdsourced information from the public can be valuable for situational awareness, but it should be verified by and corroborated before disseminated. Meaning, we just don't want to put any information out to the public if we aren't certain that the information is correct. Innovative technologies such as drones and satellite imagery assist in damage assessment and resource allocation, particularly in hard to reach or hazardous areas. So additionally, early warning systems use sensor networks to detect threats like earthquakes, floods, or wildfires, allowing for timely alerts and evacuation orders. So technology plays a significant role, but we also need to be resilience builders. Resilience building focuses on increasing a community's ability to withstand, adapt to, and recover from a disaster. It involves identifying vulnerabilities and developing strategies to reduce risks. Vulnerability assessments are conducted essentially to evaluate critical infrastructure, lifeline systems, and at-risk populations. So land use planning incorporates hazard mitigation strategies such as avoiding construction in flood-prone areas or implementing earthquake-resistant building codes. Investing in infrastructure that can withstand multiple hazards, like flood barriers that double as recreational spaces, or stormwater management systems, demonstrates a forward-thinking approach, something that we all must do from that strategic mindset. Empowering individuals with preparedness education and training is essential for community resilience. Community-based organizations, schools, and workplaces can all play a role in disseminating information about emergency plans. Evacuation routes and first aid skills are necessary. Preparedness campaigns can help raise awareness about the importance of having emergency kits and communication plans for families. Promoting mental health support and social cohesion is essentially critical for building resilience, sometimes, if not more so. Disasters can cause trauma and stress for fostering a strong social support network that can help individuals cope and recover more effectively. So let's look at that as we look into all hazards. You know, the all hazards approach acknowledges that emergencies can take many forms, regardless of the cause. Rather than developing separate plans for each potential scenario, an all hazards approach identifies common principles, terminology, and structures that can be applied universally. With that all hazards approach, we have to look at how we're going to command that. And so the Incident Command System, or ICS, is a key component of the all hazard approach, providing a standardized organizational structure for coordinating response efforts across agencies and jurisdictions. It establishes clear lines of authority, which is important, especially when we look at that chain of command. It ensures efficient resource management during emergencies, as we look at resources being one of those most critical elements that always seems to cause a challenge for managing emergencies. Standardized communication protocols essentially are for effective coordination during emergencies. Interoperable communication systems, command and control, ensure that all responding agencies can exchange critical information seamlessly, regardless of the communication device. We want to make sure they're interoperable, make sure that we can talk across agencies. So, in summary of this section, incorporating these modern trends in emergency management practices enable us to build a more resilient community, respond effectively to various hazards, and adapt to community engagement, leveraging technology, promoting resilience, and adopting an all hazards approach. We can enhance our collective capacity to safeguard lives and minimize the impact of disasters. As a proposed FEMA instructor, it is our responsibility, or my responsibility, to advocate for and implement these best practices guiding our communities towards safer and more prepared future states. So welcome back. In this section, we'll dive deeper into each of the modern trends in emergency management. Let's start with community engagement. Community engagement goes beyond simply informing the public and emergency plans. It involves building trust, understanding local needs, and fostering a sense of ownership among residents. Effective engagement strategies often include forming community response teams, CERTs, where citizens are trained to respond to emergencies in their neighborhoods. These teams can often be instrumental in providing immediate assistance before professional responders arrive, which is significant. Engaging with vulnerable populations, such as the elderly or disabled individuals, requires targeted outreach and inclusive planning to ensure specific needs are addressed. Collaboration with community-based organizations, nonprofits, and faith-based groups is vital for tapping into existing networks that can facilitate communication and aid distribution during emergencies. Further, we look at partnerships with the private sector, which include businesses and industries. These partnerships can contribute resources like shelter, spaces, and supplies and logistic support. To sustain community engagement, a proactive and transparent communication strategy is crucial. Regular town hall meetings, again, preparedness drills, and educational campaigns help keep residents informed, involved, and motivated to participate actively in the preparedness efforts. By empowering the community, we create a collective resilience that extends beyond the capabilities of government agencies alone. And here we look again at more tech integration. The integration of tech and emergency management is ongoing, and it continues to evolve with the advancement of tools and capabilities. Mobile applications now allow citizens, those apps in your phones, to receive real-time alerts, report incidents, and access emergency information on their smartphones. Social media platforms, we can't speak enough about those and how useful they are. These platforms offer a way to communicate, enable emergency managers to listen to concerns, and gather situational updates directly from the public. Big data analytics and artificial intelligence, something that we are moving closer toward, are increasingly utilized to analyze vast amounts of data from various sources, enabling more and more accurate risk assessments. Predictive modeling and decision making from these technologies can identify patterns and trends that may indicate potential threats or vulnerabilities, leading to more proactive and targeted mitigation measures. As we looked at those UAVs, because we want to always talk about those current devices that are out there, those UAVs have proven invaluable in damage assessments, surveying affected areas, and delivering essential supplies to isolated communities during disasters. In addition, remote sensing technologies such as satellite imagery and provide critical data for monitoring and responding to environmental emergencies like wildfires and even oil spills. To effectively integrate technology, emergency managers must ensure interoperability between different systems and agencies. I'll pause here for any questions from the class. Thank you. And we do have a lot of information to cover, but we're all doing a fine job here. Let's continue. So a common data sharing platform, and standard protocols enable seamless communication and data exchange during cross-jurisdictional responses. Here we look at resilience building again because that is a key component that we must stay focused on. Essentially, resilience building is an iterative process that requires collaboration between government agencies, private sector entities, community organizations, and citizens. A comprehensive approach includes conducting risk assessments to identify vulnerabilities, developing multi-hazard mitigation plans. Also, investments in nature based on solutions, those nature-based solutions, like green infrastructure and wetland restoration, can help mitigate the impact of natural hazards such as flooding and storm surges. These strategies not only reduce risks, but also provide additional benefits like improved water quality and enhanced biodiversity. In addition to physical resilience, social resilience is equally as important. Establishing neighborhood networks and fostering community cohesion enhances the capacity of individuals to support each other during crisis. Psychological first aid training for first responders and community members helps address emotional distress and trauma effectively. Resilience building also involves ensuring that critical lifeline infrastructure, such as hospitals, power grids, and transportation systems, are designed to withstand disasters or have redundant alternatives, infrastructure that benefits both communities and businesses. So, with that, delving back into the all hazards approach, it recognizes that emergency managers have to manage dynamic and diverse and often cascading effects. As such, emergency management plans should be flexible, scalable, ICS, uh, and adaptable to different scenarios. Training and exercises that involve simulate various types of emergencies, including natural, technological, and human caused terroristic events, are essential to test and refine response procedure. Interagency, interagency collaboration and coordination are central to the success of the all hazards approach. Regional and state level partnerships facilitate resource sharing, mutual aid agreements, and unified command structures. During large scale incidents that require multiple agency responses. To promote a whole community approach, public, private, and partnerships should extend beyond just preparedness and response. Incorporating private sector expertise in recovery planning and economic restoration ensures a holistic approach to disaster management. Integrating climate change consideration into emergency planning is crucial. Climate change or related disasters are becoming more frequent and severe, necessitating adaptation, as we talk about that resilience, measures to cope with changing conditions and potential long-term impacts. So, as we conclude this section, we want to focus on embracing community engagement, technology integration, resilience building, and an all hazards approach, fostering a holistic and progressive emergency management strategy. These modern trends empower communities, again, to become active participants in their safety, leverage potential technology for efficient responses, and bolster resilience at all levels, and prepare for the full spectrum of potential emergencies. As a proposed FEMA instructor, I say again, it's our duty to instill these practices into our training and equip emergency managers with the tools to navigate the complexities of disaster in the 21st century. I'll pause here for any questions. Sure, if no questions, we'll proceed. I hope everyone is enjoying the class. I'm enjoying providing this information to you all. I find it very satisfying. So let's continue exploring the modern trends in emergency management and for a little bit further detail. So let's look at continuation of community engagement. I would say sustainable community engagement requires a long-term commitment from emergency managers and stakeholders alike. Regularly assessing the effectiveness of engagement strategies through feedback mechanisms, surveys, and focus groups really helps identify excuse me, areas for improvement and ensures that community needs are being met. Engaging with culturally and linguistically diverse communities requires a culturally competent approach. This includes providing information in multiple languages, understanding cultural norms, and respecting diverse perspectives. Building partnerships with community leaders and trusted influencers can facilitate communication and build bridges potential language and cultural barriers. In addition to preparedness and response, community engagement extends to recovery and resilience beyond building efforts. Encouraging residents to participate in post-disaster recovery planning empowers them to contribute to rebuilding initiatives that align with their specific needs and or aspirations. As we look further on, let's elaborate a little bit further on technology integration. As technological integration continues to evolve, emergency managers need to remain current with emerging tools and trends that are out there. Regular training and professional development are essential to ensure that personnel are proficient in utilizing the latest technologies effectively. But remember, data privacy and security are paramount in technology integration. Emergency managers must implement robust security protocols to protect sensitive information to prevent potential cyber threats that could disrupt communication or compromise critical systems. Leveraging crowdsourcing platforms can further enhance technology integration, as we spoke to earlier. Citizen-generated data during emergencies can complement official information, enabling emergency managers to gain a more comprehensive understanding of the situation on the ground. Artificial intelligence. As this is something that is becoming more and more prevalent, and machine learning have the potential to revolutionize emergency management by automating data analysis, predictive modeling, and decision-making processes. However, ethical consideration should be your guide in the use of AI to ensure transparency and accountability. And the continuation of resiliency. And the building community resilience also involves fostering a culture of innovation and learning, as we spoke to, encouraging experimentation with new approaches, and supporting pilot projects that can lead to innovative solutions that enhance resilience and preparedness. Educating and public awareness campaigns are instrumental in promoting resilience building initiatives, emphasizing the importance of individual preparedness and encouraging behavioral changes can create a more resilient and proactive citizenry. So in conclusion, staying at the forefront of modern trends in emergency management is crucial for ensuring the resilience and safety of our communities. By continuously adapting to changing environments, engaging with public and private sectors, integrating innovative technologies, and adopting an all hazards approach, we can build a more resilient society that is better prepared to face the challenges of an uncertain future. As a FEMA or proposed FEMA instructor and emergency management professional, my commitment to lifelong learning and improvement is essential to serving and protecting the public effectively. Thank you for your dedication to this critical field, and let's continue to work together to make our communities safer and more resilient. Again, I'm Dr. Rynell Martis, your instructor for this course, and I appreciate your time with us. Goodbye, all.